Have you ever finished a workout feeling more sore than strong, maybe with a new ache in your back or a twinge in your shoulder, and wondered if you're harm than good? You're trying to stay active, build strength, and protect your health for the long haul. But what if the very exercises you believe are helping are secretly setting you up for injury and taking you further from your goals? That's a terrifying thought, and it's a reality highlighted by a 78-year-old doctor who has seen the consequences firsthand. He's issued a critical warning about 7 of the most common, yet worst, exercise habits for anyone over 60. In this video, we're going to break down every single one of these 7 dangerous habits, revealing why popular exercises you see every day, like crunches, the leg press, and even long-distance running, could be silently wrecking your joints and spine. But we aren't just going to tell you what to stop doing. You must watch this video until the very end, because for each bad habit we expose, we will give you the doctor-approved, safer, and far more effective alternative to build real, functional strength. The final habit we'll discuss is one of the most common and seemingly innocent movements performed in gyms everywhere, and the simple swap we will reveal could be the single most important key to unlocking a future of pain-free movement, lasting strength, and true independence well into your 80s and beyond. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. 1. The perils of the leg press. The leg press machine is a staple in many gyms, often perceived as a safe and effective way to build lower body strength. Its design, which includes a supportive backrest, can give users a false sense of security, especially for older adults seeking to strengthen their legs without the balance demands of free weights. However, the leg press can place undue stress on the spine, particularly when performed with improper form or excessive weight, leading to significant risks. The in-depth risk. The primary concern with the leg press lies in its effect on the lumbar spine, the lower back region that naturally curves inward, a condition known as lumbar lordosis. This natural curve acts as a shock absorber, distributing forces across the spine during movement. When performing a leg press, the user typically brings their knees toward their chest, causing the pelvis to tilt and the lower back to round, flattening it against the machine's padded bench. As the weight is pushed away, the spine returns to its natural arch. This repetitive cycle of spinal flexion and extension, especially under heavy loads, places significant stress on the intervertebral discs, the gel-like cushions between the vertebrae. Over time, this stress can lead to disc bulging or herniation, conditions where the disc's outer layer weakens or tears, allowing the inner material to protrude and potentially press on nearby nerves. For older adults, who may already have age-related disc degeneration or reduced spinal flexibility, the leg press significantly increases the risk of serious back injuries, such as chronic pain, sciatica, or even the need for surgical intervention. Additionally, improper setup, such as using a seat angle that is too upright or failing to adjust the machine to fit one's body, can exacerbate these risks by forcing the spine into unnatural positions. Safer alternatives for lower body strength. To build leg and glute strength without compromising spinal health, consider the following low-impact, functional exercises. Bodyweight squats. This classic movement strengthens the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes while promoting functional mobility. To perform a bodyweight squat correctly, stand with feet shoulder-width apart, hinge at the hips as if sitting back into a chair, and lower your body while keeping your chest lifted and weight distributed through your heels. Beginners or those with limited mobility can start with a partial range of motion, gradually increasing depth as strength and flexibility improve. Bodyweight squats mimic everyday movements like sitting and standing, making them highly practical for older adults. Chair squats. For individuals with balance concerns or reduced strength, chair squats offer a safe and controlled way to build lower body strength. Place a sturdy chair behind you, stand with feet hip-width apart, and slowly lower yourself until you are seated, keeping your core engaged and knees aligned with your toes. Stand back up using controlled movements. This exercise minimizes the risk of falling while strengthening the legs and glutes, and it can be modified by adjusting the chair height or adding light hand weights for increased resistance. Glute bridges. This exercise targets the glutes, hamstrings, and lower back with minimal spinal stress. Lie on your back with knees bent and feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Engage your core, press through your heels, and lift your hips toward the ceiling until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Squeeze your glutes at the top, then lower slowly. Glute bridges are particularly effective for improving hip stability and reducing the risk of lower back pain, as they strengthen the posterior chain without repetitive spinal flexion. 2. Crunches, a common culprit of back and neck pain. Crunches have long been a go-to exercise for building core strength and achieving a toned midsection. However, for older adults, this exercise can be problematic, as it places significant strain on the spine and neck, potentially leading to pain and injury. The in-death risk. Crunches involve repetitive spinal flexion, where the upper body curls forward to bring the shoulders toward the pelvis. This motion compresses the vertebrae and intervertebral discs in the lumbar spine, which can exacerbate existing back issues or contribute to new ones, such as disc bulges or herniations. As we age, the spine's discs naturally lose hydration and elasticity, reducing their ability to withstand compressive forces. For individuals over 60, this makes crunches a risky choice for core training. Additionally, many people perform crunches incorrectly by pulling on their head or neck to gain momentum, which strains the cervical spine, the neck region. This improper form can lead to muscle soreness, stiffness, or even more serious issues like cervical disc irritation or nerve impingement. Older adults, who may already have reduced neck mobility or conditions like arthritis, are particularly vulnerable to these risks, making crunches a less than ideal exercise for core strength. Safer alternatives for a strong core. The following exercises strengthen the core while minimizing strain on the spine and neck, offering safe and effective options for older adults. Planks. Planks are an isometric exercise that builds core stability without repetitive spinal movement. To perform a plank, assume a push-up position, either on your hands or forearms, with your body forming a straight line from head to heels. Engage your abdominal muscles to prevent your hips from sagging or piking upward. Start by holding the position for 20 to 30 seconds, gradually increasing the duration as your strength improves. For those with wrist discomfort, planks can be modified by performing them on the forearms or with knees on the ground, reducing the load while still engaging the core. Bird dog. This exercise enhances core strength, balance, and coordination. Begin on all fours, with hands directly under shoulders and knees under hips. Slowly extend your right arm forward and your left leg backward, keeping your spine neutral and core engaged. Hold for a few seconds, then return to the starting position and repeat on the opposite side. The bird dog strengthens the deep core muscles, including the transverse abdominis, while also improving stability in the lower back and hips, making it an excellent choice for older adults. Palloff press. The Palloff press is a dynamic anti-rotational exercise that builds core strength and stability. Anchor a resistance band at chest height, stand sideways to the anchor point, and hold the band with both hands in front of your chest. With your core braced, press the band straight out in front of you, resisting the band's pull to rotate your torso. Slowly return to the starting position and repeat. This exercise strengthens the obliques and transverse abdominis, improving the core's ability to resist twisting forces, which is crucial for everyday activities like turning or lifting. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 3. Long-distance running. High impact, high risk. Long-distance running is widely celebrated for its cardiovascular benefits and ability to improve endurance. However, for older adults, particularly those new to running or with pre-existing joint issues, the high-impact nature of this activity can lead to significant wear and tear on the body. The in-death risk. Each running stride generates a force equivalent to 2 to 3 times an individual's body weight, which is absorbed primarily by the knees, hips, and ankles. Over time, this repetitive impact can accelerate the breakdown of cartilage, the smooth tissue that cushions joints, leading to or worsening conditions like osteoarthritis. Aging naturally reduces cartilage thickness and resilience, making older adults more susceptible to joint damage. For individuals carrying excess body weight, the forces on the joints are even greater, further increasing the risk of injury. Additionally, running on hard surfaces like pavement or with improper footwear can exacerbate these issues, potentially leading to chronic pain, joint stiffness, or the need for medical interventions like joint replacement. Safer alternatives for cardiovascular health. To maintain cardiovascular fitness without subjecting the joints to excessive stress, consider these low-impact alternatives. Walking. Walking at a brisk pace provides many of the same heart health benefits as running, including improved circulation, lower blood pressure, and enhanced endurance. Aim for a pace that elevates your heart rate but allows you to maintain a conversation. Walking on softer surfaces, such as grass or a treadmill with cushioning, further reduces joint impact. Older adults can incorporate intervals, alternating between faster and slower paces, to increase intensity without the jarring effects of running. Swimming and water aerobics. Water-based exercises are ideal for older adults with joint pain or arthritis, as the buoyancy of water supports the body and reduces stress on the joints. Swimming provides a full-body cardiovascular workout, engaging the arms, legs, and core, while water aerobics classes offer structured routines that combine cardio and resistance training. The water's resistance also helps build muscle strength, making these activities both gentle and effective. Cycling, whether on a stationary bike, recumbent bike, or outdoors on a flat, safe path, cycling is an excellent low-impact option for cardiovascular health. It strengthens the quadriceps, hamstrings, and calves while improving heart and lung function. For older adults with balance concerns, a stationary bike or recumbent bike provides added stability. Adjust the resistance to suit your fitness level, and ensure proper bike fit to avoid strain on the knees or back. 4. The upright row, a recipe for shoulder impingement. The upright row is a traditional resistance exercise that involves lifting a barbell, dumbbells, or a cable attachment vertically from the waist to the chin, with elbows flaring outward. Often used to target the deltoids, shoulder muscles, and trapezius, upper back, it has been a staple in many strength training routines. However, for older adults, the upright row poses significant risks to shoulder health, particularly due to the mechanics of the movement, which can exacerbate or cause shoulder issues. Then depth risk. The upright row requires the shoulders to move into a position of internal rotation while simultaneously elevating the arms, a combination that can compress the structures within the shoulder joint. Specifically, this motion can pinch the rotator cuff tendons and the subacromial bursa, a fluid-filled sac that reduces friction in the shoulder against the acromion, a bony projection of the shoulder blade. This condition, known as shoulder impingement, can lead to inflammation, chronic pain, and a reduced range of motion. Over time, repeated impingement may contribute to rotator cuff tears or tendinitis, particularly in older adults who may already have age-related wear and tear in their rotator cuff tendons or reduced joint lubrication due to diminished synovial fluid. Additionally, individuals with pre-existing conditions like arthritis or a history of shoulder injuries are at even greater risk. The high-risk mechanics of the upright row, combined with the natural decline in shoulder resilience with age, make this exercise a poor choice for older adults seeking to maintain shoulder strength. Safer alternatives for shoulder and upper back strength. To strengthen the shoulders and upper back without risking impingement, consider these safer, joint-friendly exercises. Seated dumbbell overhead press. This exercise targets the deltoids and upper trapezius while providing greater stability and control. Sit on a bench with back support to minimize strain on the lower back. Hold a light dumbbell in each hand at shoulder height, palms facing forward, and press the weights overhead in a slow, controlled motion, avoiding excessive back arching. Lower the weights back to shoulder level with the same control. Using light weights and focusing on proper form reduces stress on the shoulder joint while effectively building strength. For added safety, older adults can perform this exercise with a neutral grip, palms facing each other, to further minimize impingement risk. Lateral raises. Lateral raises isolate the medial deltoids, the sides of the shoulder, without forcing the shoulder into internal rotation. Stand with feet hip-width apart, holding a light dumbbell in each hand at your sides. With a slight bend in your elbows, raise your arms out to the sides until they are parallel to the floor, keeping your shoulders relaxed and away from your ears. Lower the weights slowly to avoid jerking motions. This exercise strengthens the shoulders in a safer plane of motion and can be modified by using lighter weights or resistance bands for those with limited strength or mobility. Resistance band pull-aparts. This exercise strengthens the upper back, rear deltoids, and rhomboids, promoting better posture and shoulder stability. Hold a light resistance band with both hands, arms extended straight in front of you at shoulder height. Keeping your arms straight, pull the band apart by moving your hands outward and squeezing your shoulder blades together. Slowly return to the starting position. This low-impact movement is ideal for older adults, as it strengthens the muscles that counteract forward shoulder posture, common with age-related kyphosis, without stressing the shoulder joint. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 5. The conventional chest press with free weights. The barbell or dumbbell chest press is a popular exercise for building strength in the chest, pectoralis major, shoulders, and triceps. While effective for younger populations or experienced lifters, this free weight exercise can pose significant risks for older adults, particularly when performed without proper supervision or equipment. The in-death risk. The free weight chest press requires significant shoulder stability and strength to control the weight throughout the range of motion. As the barbell or dumbbells are lowered toward the chest, the shoulders are placed in a vulnerable position, particularly if the weights are heavy or the form is compromised. This can strain the rotator cuff muscles or tendons, leading to injuries such as tendinitis or tears. For older adults, who often have reduced shoulder joint stability due to age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia, or joint degeneration, the risk is amplified. Additionally, without a spotter, there is a danger of losing control of the weights, which could result in the barbell or dumbbells falling onto the chest or face, potentially causing severe injury. Poor form, such as flaring the elbows excessively or arching the lower back to compensate for limited strength, can further increase the risk of shoulder or spinal injuries. For these reasons, the conventional chest press with free weights is often not suitable for older adults, especially those new to strength training. Safer alternatives for chest strength. The following exercises provide effective chest and upper body strengthening while minimizing the risks associated with free weights. Machine chest press. A chest press machine offers a guided range of motion, which stabilizes the movement and reduces the demand on shoulder stabilizer muscles. Sit with your back firmly against the pad, adjust the seat so the handles are at chest height, and select a light weight to start. Push the handles forward smoothly, keeping your elbows at a comfortable angle, and return to the starting position with control. The machine's fixed path ensures proper alignment, making it a safer option for older adults, particularly those with limited experience or shoulder mobility issues. Push UPS. Push-ups are a versatile bodyweight exercise that strengthens the chest, shoulders, and triceps without requiring external weights. To perform a standard push-up, start in a plank position with hands slightly wider than shoulder width apart, lower your chest toward the floor, and push back up. For older adults, modifications such as knee push-ups, performed with knees on the ground, or wall push-ups, leaning against a wall, reduce the intensity while still providing significant strength benefits. These variations allow individuals to progress at their own pace while minimizing shoulder strain and the risk of injury. Resistance band chest press. This exercise mimics the chest press motion using a resistance band, offering a low-impact alternative. Anchor a resistance band securely behind you, e.g., to a door or sturdy object, at chest height. Hold the band's handles or ends in each hand, step forward to create tension, and press your hands forward until your arms are extended. Slowly return to the starting position. The band provides consistent resistance without the need for heavy weights, reducing the risk of overloading the shoulders or losing control of the equipment. 6. The overhead press. A test of mobility many can't pass. The overhead press, also known as the military press, involves lifting a barbell, dumbbells, or other weights from shoulder height to an overhead position. While effective for building shoulder and upper body strength, this exercise demands significant shoulder mobility, thoracic spine flexibility, and core stability, qualities that often diminish with age, making it a risky choice for many older adults. The in-death risk. The overhead press requires full shoulder flexion, lifting the arms straight overhead, and adequate extension of the thoracic spine, upper back. Many older adults develop age-related postural changes, such as kyphosis, a forward tilt of the upper back, which limits their ability to extend the thoracic spine or raise their arms fully overhead without compensating. To achieve the overhead position, they may arch their lower back excessively, a movement known as lumbar hyperextension. This compensation places significant strain on the lumbar spine, increasing the risk of disc injuries, muscle strains, or chronic lower back pain. Additionally, the overhead press places the shoulder joint in a mechanically disadvantaged position, increasing the risk of rotator cuff strain or impingement, particularly for those with pre-existing shoulder issues or limited mobility. For older adults with reduced core strength, maintaining stability during the lift is challenging, further elevating the risk of injury. Safer alternatives for overhead strength. These alternatives target the shoulders and upper body while accommodating age-related mobility limitations. Incline dumbbell press. Performing a press on an incline bench, set at a 30 to 45 degree angle, targets the upper chest and shoulders without requiring the full overhead range of motion. Sit on the incline bench, hold a light dumbbell in each hand at shoulder height, and press the weights upward at an angle. Lower them back to shoulder level with control. This exercise reduces the demand on shoulder mobility and minimizes lumbar strain, making it a safer option for older adults. Arnold press. This variation of the dumbbell press incorporates a rotational movement that can be more joint-friendly for some individuals. Sit or stand with a light dumbbell in each hand, starting with palms facing your body at shoulder height. As you press the weights upward, rotate your palms to face forward, extending your arms without locking your elbows. Reverse the motion as you lower the weights. The rotational component allows for a more natural shoulder movement, reducing the risk of impingement while still strengthening the deltoids and upper chest. Landmine press. The landmine press uses a barbell anchored at one end to the floor, or a landmine attachment. Stand facing the barbell, hold the free end with one or both hands at chest height, and press it upward in an arcing motion. The angled trajectory reduces the need for extreme shoulder flexion and places less stress on the shoulder joint, making it a safer alternative for building overhead strength. This exercise can be performed with one arm at a time to further reduce strain and improve stability. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 7. Heavy deadlifts. A high-stakes lift. The deadlift is a compound exercise that involves lifting a loaded barbell or other weight from the floor to hip level, engaging the glutes, hamstrings, lower back, and core. While it is one of the most effective exercises for building full body strength, it is also highly technical and carries a significant risk of injury, particularly for older adults attempting heavy loads. The in-death risk. The deadlift places substantial stress on the spine, particularly the lumbar region, due to the heavy load and the need to maintain a neutral spine throughout the movement. Incorrect form, such as rounding the lower back, failing to engage the core, or lifting with the back rather than the hips, can lead to severe injuries, including disc herniation, muscle strains, or vertebral stress fractures. For older adults, who may have reduced core strength, diminished spinal flexibility, or pre-existing conditions like degenerative disc disease, the risk is even higher. The deadlift requires a high level of body awareness, coordination, and strength to perform safely, which can be challenging for those without extensive lifting experience. Additionally, the cumulative stress of heavy deadlifts over time can exacerbate age-related wear and tear in the spine and hips, making the risk-to-reward ratio unfavorable for most individuals over 60. Safer alternatives for full body strength. These alternatives build strength in the posterior chain, glutes, hamstrings, and lower back, and core while minimizing spinal stress. Kettlebell swings. This dynamic exercise develops power and strength in the hips, glutes, and hamstrings with less spinal loading than a heavy deadlift. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart, holding a kettlebell with both hands. Hinge at the hips, swing the kettlebell back between your legs, then drive your hips forward to swing it to chest height, keeping your back straight. The key is to use a hip-driven motion rather than lifting with the back. Older adults should start with a light kettlebell and learn proper form from a qualified instructor to ensure safety and effectiveness. Romanian deadlifts, RDLs, with light weight. The Romanian deadlift is a controlled variation of the deadlift that focuses on the hip hinge movement with a smaller range of motion. Hold a light pair of dumbbells or a kettlebell, stand with feet hip-width apart, and hinge at the hips to lower the weight to just below the knees, keeping your back flat and core engaged. Return to the standing position by driving through your hips. This exercise strengthens the posterior chain while reducing the risk of spinal injury, especially when performed with light weights and a focus on form. Farmer's walks. This functional exercise builds full body strength, grip strength, and core stability. Hold a moderately heavy dumbbell, kettlebell, or even a household item, like a grocery bag, in each hand. Stand tall with shoulders back, and walk a set distance while maintaining an upright posture. The farmer's walk engages the glutes, core, and upper body without the technical demands of a deadlift, making it an accessible and practical option for older adults. Start with light weights and a short distance, gradually increasing as strength improves. And there you have it, the 7 exercise habits to avoid after 60, and more importantly, the powerful and safe alternatives to keep you strong, mobile, and confident for years to come. Remember, the goal isn't to stop moving, it's to start moving smarter, working with your body, not against it. So, what have you learned so far? WY want to hear from you? After learning about these common but risky habits, what is the one thing you've learned today that you will bring to practice in life? Will you be swapping out crunches for planks, trying chair squats, or maybe rethinking how you build shoulder strength? Please take a moment to comment on that one thing you've learned below this video. Your insight and commitment could be the very thing that inspires someone else in our community. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more essential tips to help you stay healthy, active, and strong at any age. Thanks for watching.